Jyotsna here from Amateur Artist Forever. In this video, I'm going to share 3 tips that will change your color pencil portraits forever. Keep watching. Tip 1. Use a grid. Do not, I repeat, do not let anyone tell you that using a grid is cheating and that you will become an artist only if you use freehand drawing. Every artist is on his own journey, and somewhere we forget that everyone has their own opinions and a learning curve. We become judgmental. No one will look at your finished work and ask you whether you used a grid or you used your freehand to draw this. Nobody cares whether you did it the easy way or the hard way. Your final outcome will depend only on the skill you possess in the medium that you're using to represent your art. When I draw to practice, I use freehand because I'm honing my skills. But when it's a commissioned artwork, I only prefer grid method. It is easy, it saves time, and it keeps my drawing accurate. So it helps me to meet my timelines. If you agree with me, type grid boss in the comments below. The second tip is to blend using solvents. There are many ways to blend. You can burnish, you can use Q-tips or stubs, but I think for beginners, using a solvent works best. Why? Reason 1. It's easy on your fingers. Reason 2. It seamlessly blends all the layers. And it does not take a lot of time. You can finish the blending within a matter of few minutes. And reason 3. Because you use solvents, the tooth and the texture of the paper remains intact, so that you can layer more and more colors. I use Liquin's odorless mineral spirits for my blending because it's easy on the nose. But use caution because you need to work in a well ventilated room when using solvents. After you're done, tightly screw on the cap, otherwise the spirit will evaporate. Which is your favorite blending method? Type that in the comments below. Tip number 3. Fight the desire to go dark quickly. Color pencils are a slow medium and require a lot of patience. You need to slowly build up color, and you need to be as light as possible in the initial layers. Every time your head tells you to go darker and put more pressure on the pencil, you do not listen to it. Trust me, your patience will be rewarded by the time you reach the middle stages of your artwork. Now I'm going to give you one bonus tip, and this is a big one. I understand a lot of you find it difficult to get the right proportions, to get the right tonal value. Sometimes when you are drawing and you are coloring, you lose the likeness. And there is nobody around you to tell you where you have gone wrong. I will tell you what I do. Whenever I'm halfway done, I take pictures of the artwork, create a folder in my phone, and paste the pictures in that folder, so that I have the reference picture and my artwork picture side by side. Only those 2 photos in the folder. And then I view it in the gallery mode. When I can see them side by side, I'm able to tick mark things like I've got the hair right, I've got the eyes right, maybe there's something wrong with the nose. This is important to get a likeness of your reference picture, because these parts, the distance between the eyes, the size of the eyes, this distance, and the distance between these, here even this and the chin, this much portion is very important. It is okay to mess up anything else, but if you mess up this part, it may resemble that person, but it will become very obvious. Your client probably will come to you and say, there's something amiss. You do not want that. The aim of a portrait is to capture the likeness of the person. You can change the background, you can change the clothes, you can change hair, but these features cannot change. So you have to learn to get these right. Now this is a hack. When you have used grid in the initial stages of your painting, you had the markings, so you knew exactly where everything was supposed to be. After you have started drawing, you do not know where they are because there is already color all over it. So this is when I take a picture of the artwork and I add a grid on it, on the picture. So I know whether I have made a mistake in the proportions somewhere down the line. So this is my bonus tip. You use the pictures of the artwork and the reference picture, create a folder in your phone, add those 2 pictures in it, compare them side to side. If you do not understand where you have gone wrong, add a grade on the artwork again in the phone, and then you can compare it with the initial reference picture. I'm going to give you an additional bonus tip, a bonus tip, how to get your tonal value right. In keeping with the bonus tip that I just told you, where you have 2 images in a folder, to understand tonal value, you just convert these images into grayscale. You keep them side by side so that you can see them better, and you will immediately understand where you have made some marks which should have been darker, or you have left some marks which should have been lighter. This will really take your portrait to a better level. To sum it up, tip number 1 was using the grid method. Tip number 2 was blending using solvents. Tip number 3 was fighting the desire to go darker quickly. And the bonus tip was to use pictures in a separate folder in the phone, where you can compare the reference picture with the artwork that you created. And the bonus tip was to compare these 2 images in a grayscale. I want you to implement these tips that I have given you today, and I want you to tell me whether these have helped you or not. If you can put comments in this video with a yes or a no, I will understand where I need to push more, what I can come up with to make things better for you. You can also give me your issues in the comments below, where any difficulties that you face when you are doing your portrait. I will try to come up with answers, and I can reach you directly on the comments. You can also leave comments, or you can also leave messages for me on Instagram and Facebook. I'm leaving the links for my Facebook page and my Insta page in the description below. I want you all to succeed, and that is the reason for me to make this channel, to make the tutorials. I take time out of my working schedule and I make these videos. So if you do like these videos, do hit the thumbs up, and as always, do follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe now. I will see you soon. Stay positive, keep painting.